At the age of 78, and also Yashreno, Samson and Mario Zagallo, the last member of the winning World Cup of the Brazilians, and also called. While we losing our legends are gradually going home. And 21 minutes past the hour now, you're still hooked on to Sports Park. You have Airborne 2024. Yanimuna your show, no. And then the Black Star, and more cutting. The BBF for Black Stars, who know, Ivory Coast, they are doing say, you're the captain, Baba. And say, I am shiny, they are. Appear, ne, like Kingston, some more Jamako copy. Ewo kukaton ewo tamale CAF the ambassadorial program miaba and a branch asamaja di abipim 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐿 of the serial killer 𝐏𝐀𝐂𝐊
Max FM 89.7 Max FM.
It's the first Chinese, no. 𝐏𝐀𝐂𝐊 asamaja 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐿. And Paibuani and the Bomber Black Stars, no. And the mom could trade game in the BC on my idea. And the Moko Kumase. No more boy. Transfers be Koso, but the CP. NCP and Sita, and TCP ne Sita, and I didn't know, bro. And look, and I be so coso. Do I see Taylor joining Mediama, and I'm boy. And I do so joining Mediama. And Brent here, your friend. Hey, I tell bed no go tete so. Any chere a cycle. Ah, Kotokoya. And 23 minutes past the hour 9, you're still on the Sports Park. Hey, your friend Tony Bebli from the Predictor. And Josiah Quaye Nana Adu, 𝐿𝐿𝐿 Black Stars former player Ayesam for you Johnson Subedin come on. So cry number studio na mene Josiah and Nanedu. Akwaba.
Mr. Bebli. Yeah.
And what you pay tintin them say. Enya dia ebe wie ndeo. Ata Mr. Tanga so change.
Oh, my Tiano, Mr. Jonathan.
I say not and cannot tax him.
Oh, fantastic. Also not to tax him.
And also to come so
that's the young friend.
Debbie also to come. No koye bibi.
Okay.
Until later them so see you today.
It be very fine. My Mr. Jonathan, Jody Johnny.
Yeah.
I will taste it bro. We'll do about this time.
I also the ever come fine call.
Be very fine.
Say
I feel I've come period mood in your room. Be very fine. See, even your dad, and all her situation now you find yourself in a top situation, you know. And I think say Yaba 2024 officially no. Nipa dodo na start full length of omudumedie no na ende.
Yeah.
Dodo na and what situation now you find yourself in that is how it is. Menya sure say you bet my ball the history of German football. Papa na oye in the story say we train in Yasha Bino. Ne din bet to me free mo. Menya sure. Frank Beckenbauer. You catch German footballer. He's one of the best thing that happened to my friend in Germany.
Yeah.
78 there. Wakona nim. Fine. Anka sportsman no ne ade ade benya ya 90 100 105. Some of these ages ni bi nanka yebenya ya nkomu bi beduru. But this is a situation you're finding yourself in a Frank Beckenbauer. Adan ni ahweban. German legend for no one of the great in recent times, Papa we can.
Yeah.
German football obodu echiri. Legacy of Germany okaho. How about football 𝐒𝐏𝐿 Germany? Papa we bo ni din abata ho. He was one of the best during his days as a defender. Ball to the highest level. Enti untumi mbo German name abeye film. And 1966 World Cup final no money England boy no. One of the biggest gamer Odane Huedi back on no. And nipa sa na yenya ntie say wadan de benkum so a ebia nembe ya multie nim nipa me kana semi eni nipa o ye sheda ye ne story no by the true legend of our game.
Yeah.
Se oba Africa ha na ebi bo 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐿 ebi bo Hassan Siata ebi bo legends of the game. When you go to Germany, this man is also part in the history of German football. And imagine him say German for the best celebrity a man like this. Enti me boom composition bechi in recent times the legends of the game in the last 5 years. Maradona, the Pelé himself. Now can the legend Bakwa on also Echemu.
Mario
Zagallo. Once I need air to your idea. Stories like this, I remember my account Bebli. Tony Bebli. Once a need air to your idea. This kind of stories will be normal in recent times. Because the great Bebli no more fear coming. Until how I be first why best celebrity legends like this no. It should be one of the things that Ghana as or mine. You be sure be free mu. So there be a stories like this ever fire legends on one. You chabi e dey change remember. Very important. In the upon ever be kumbo an dey. German football is one of the biggest name happened to German football. In the ye nyina ye condolence be kwa ma the family. So ba should ade etisa. It's not easy to see players like this. And all heard the great players are footballers. Ehuomo, Pele, Maradona, Johan Cruyff, Alfredo Di Stefano, Ferran Puskas, George Best, Beckenbauer. Bobby Charlton mo. Charlton is a recent time. Yeah. Inti, I think say a big name like this. It can near she bind the mean to me met na hana many stories. Now my first story will not be touching on a personality like this. Yeah. Inti, our condolence and come Frank Beckenbauer. Now me share the history of the career no. Me musa wa ebi. Per German for almost the best game. The 1966 World Cup. Yeah. That is per the German. A man for a kind of match sababo. Do yeah. Do to me in 1976. But per German for no, I would believe say the 66 one no was the best. Omo witness here from Beckenbauer. Indeed, Tony, I think say we are losing a lot of them. But yen jai lose so that eh baba. In fear they call the stories like this, we will hear it. Ghana de nyamenche ade yet sa pa ye legend ho. Say that's the entire ndoso. Na say na papa akọ de betwe mu. Na papa ya obo Zamalek for back room hay. The Zamalek for be ye kase okrum hay.
Quaye.
Is it Kwashi?
Emmanuel
Kwashi. Great players in recent times. But yeah, the story about your legends, yeah, the entire notion. But I first say, Beckenbauer there. He's a big name, I happen to world football, and of course, Germany as of mine, Bayern Munich, all these great teams will new opportunity. A boy. So, that is our condolence, Kakai, but with your opinion,
yeah.
Tony, quick one about friendly games, of course, especially the African teams, no. Now, in Ribema, me remove match to say Sunday. In there's one game I made this bro against Chelsea. Say Ribema me try for Kakra, but I was be interested because na me ball down to friendly matches, especially African teams, no. A boy in their preparation of more year, and they are quite AFCON. Let's keep it Ghana at the end because that will be the topic for the day.
Yeah.
But the rest of the African teams, no. That is where interest in the case, no. Nigeria. Situation I'm finding myself now. Very difficult. And they lost Victor Boniface. And the report everybody said he was out of the Super Eagles squad. Going to the AFCON.
Big blow.
Who will be able to follow Nigeria Super Eagles in recent times, sir? Because of the talent of many of the upfront, no. The coach is being forced to play certain system to accommodate all these stars in the team. Men person make us a Boniface injury a blessing at the mother Super Eagles. But major to me say, a bit more perfect shape going to the next AFCON. Because of more talent in abundance, I was the upfront. It's not recently the ocean is Super Eagles games here. Coach they call for a typical 4-2-4 formation. Inti Obona Waziem as a right back. No about Sanusi FC Porto for left back no. Or left back. William throws a con. Partnering Kenneth Omeru. Or the heart of the defense. It's now Nigeria team the only defensive midfielder in recent times I know Munya collab. Table. any Wilfred Ndidi. Etebo was out of the squad. Now Ndidi Swepra. So later on, they have to replace him. Yeah. So I was just going through the Nigerian force squad. No? They don't have a typical DM as it stands now among the squad of the AFCON. Over Nigeria squad now, they have midfield players. They don't have a typical DM.
Yeah.
So over the coach, the 4-2-4 formation now. Now coach they prefer Wilfred Ndidi, Alexi Wobi. Wabo Simon, the Nante guy. Now about Samuel Chukwueze from the wings. Now about Beto Osimhen. Any Boniface up front. But may you shoot Boniface absent. No better to open up. My coach now into Joe Aribo in the number 10 row for the Super Eagles. And me monitor my friendly match, no. Now me heard that we are giddy for an air penetrating now. Reporter met in Seko Gorasi. And now, if you want them on your injury, the extent of the injury is not out. But the reporter yet it looks a little bit dangerous. So I young guy now watch goes Bebli. I was Stuttgart. I was free Guinea no. In the Guinean national team. And now me who Naby Keita, Ilias Moriba, Matisse, Wakosan Diamaga Tefi, Diarara. No, see Academy AS Roma. One of the quality midfielders are open opportunity to get to the Italian league. They were all part. Silla. They were all part of the Guinean national team. So, Oman is Guinea for now. Because they be a pen name. Oman your powerhouse when it comes to African football. But more some few quality players in their team. They are playing some delightful football. So I mean, I said that one. So I'm to make Nigeria some by 2-0. And no time of first goal, the bottom first Nigeria about Betekano. Eventually they ended the game by 2-0. So Tony, be the benefit Nigeria squad nimu. Now me help players a boy. Now me help situation I'm find myself in now. Omo edwuma. This Fanet Conte and the Camara, quality players in the Guinean national team, players to watch going to the AFCON. Those are the two players. So me and you one so to meet Nigeria. Eshon by 2-0. But I think say Nigeria should work hard. Almost shape no, any almost system no. They have all these players in the team, but they are not getting the best out of them.
Yeah.
Only Tony they be here make us same way say. Sometimes any the quality of players and one amount of results, but the shape of your team. And who are for much so nyama. But much boys be appear. So Nigeria team no more edwuma. Obun go mo had a squad nimu. Now how they fared in that particular friendly game against Guinea now. Tony, they have a long way to go. Me penda friendly match no. Me yenya some direction be. Some of these African teams going to the AFCON. And I first say teams need to be prepared ye. No matter what manyama ye dia. They will not go far in the AFCON. You can witness it. Ivory Coast. So that is for the Nigeria game. The other game I'm more interest. Senegal 90th minute. No measure by 1-0.
Yeah.
Against Niger. Me need much interest in the results. But my interest why how are some of these African teams closing up the gap between them and the powerhouse when it comes to African football. The result may not be important that much. But the rate at which some of these African countries are closing the gap. 21st, maybe as Senegal come back against Niger. We'll be predicting 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. Find a lot of changes came into the team. Fena Sadio Mane Makwai your more than neighbor. Key players were not available. But this is Niger team, they are motivated well to have a good result against Senegal. So Senegal 98 minutes, but the most important thing they say, they didn't lose the game. That is a good sign for the Senegalese national team game a money opportunity. A boy against Niger. So, Tony, for the few friendly games across Africa, and then some of the teams know how we see fast to fair, you know. Those are the few times I'm a friendly game, no. Just quick one. What's that? I'm a Sodoya rule.
Yeah.
Our calf going to this AFCON.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. JJ Okocha. I like the way but legends of our game with Africa ha in recent times. Anything concerning CAF. Yeah, there are some other in the room no. Imagine him so own position we because the rate at Twitter CAF for a no. Maybe you come here who is so on position we name one. What the way I to retire opposition we and no. That is where I want to talk my as I'm the president. Maybe I didn't know about position we are. He was close to winning the FA presidency. If we go due to politics, going to me Georgia, the real position we. I think Asa should position himself well. It will help you to go far. Even our national team, yeah, said I can't man if we talk about retire. In recent times, even yeah, come for national team no. As a man retire, yan home man or sa. Yan man no. Sami Kufuor, you can't be a blaster whilst the playing mate in the hobo. And someone played with Sami Kufuor. But someone now blaster, not Sami Kufuor, management committee member. That is what I make us say. It depends on how you position yourself. Because the rate at Twitter car for a terrorist asa. You don't see that in this country. Men can't say Effie. But you do me dear Brian will chrome hano. It looks like Asta is being recognized mostly when CAF is doing something much more than a chrome ha.
That's it. Vice President B. Oh no. Okay, I want to go.
Obi there. Ah, Tony.
Oh no.
Tony. You didn't go over from.
Over there, I don't know recognition of
AstroTurf. Robert come out baby debut on Ghana.
Vice President.
Oh.
As the second highest person in Ghana. I'm not too suffering.
Middlesbrough against Chelsea, quick one. Now I'm from see because
we got Manchester now.
Man should be intimidated and interest maybe. There are a lot of games of course and that. Especially Wigan Man U boy. Quite a lower division side. To me Villarreal free mu. The Copa del Rey. A matter of interest will spin, but Madrian cause I game no who be yesterday, so I said I need interest. But in the game, no, I think Chelsea were the chance to win one of the cup games. Per what I saw against Preston for no during the weekend, no, Chelsea were chance to win one of the cup games. So before say more in there, game on Bobono, a big game at the Manchester Football Club against Middlesbrough. But per se, coach, some little changes be in the squad. So there be other players be no opportunity. See in some of these games ahead of games from my boy in the Premier League. So in cup games like this, no, what I look for is the opportunity. Some of these players are in recent times. I'm on time starting place. And for Chelsea, no, were fair. But what I was saying is, me we sure more at least for a season team no in transition no. One of the cup games no. Omutumu pick the kappa. They went to my watch football. Imagine him say the team will improve, especially entering into next season. No, that is why we'll see Chelsea more. Tony, and some of those, but I'm heard we have a situation. I'm fancy here.
Oh, Mel.
I'm fancy here.
Okay, Nanedu, and I want to say Nenkano. Brantie, Nanedu, Eshe, Franz Beckenbauer, the German international, a bad German footballer. You can't take his name out. Okay, I want some. Samson share. I have appointed as a Mayan, JJ Okocha, Shata Hassan, and then Al Jidiof, and also Kakra. I say Black Stars there. 46 minutes past the hour 9, still on the sports part. And Team Amembra Branche, Josiah Quaye. Josiah. Bogodia.
Now so.
Bogodia.
Yami adom now so. Say bi aboko.
Enye crown to me mo.
Me bom pae. E bom pae bo.
Enye crown to me mo.
Debi embo metimi di aboa.
Na ready baka untumi ma me kwa mu nye crown.
Tio embo metimi di aboa e pae bo.
Eno pe.
And she know e sem pae bo.
Na on pae bo du echi.
Oh, Tony, mene my and I make us say my relationship with God. Tony. Immorting.
Do you want me kwa mwa
And I make her say she knew what a singer minshira.
You.
Inti anshana sikane dreted ye minibi.
Bampai
bo ni de meet really aboa. So what you say. And I pay me charity for so na Sunday I think say Oko tuba ashtutef.
Hey, on chairman.
And a chairman seven make it because me sure say chairman pay UT. And that can no bisa say Black Stars game no. In fact no be nya share make a chance to Amber Life na.
Galem say for the try.
Chris Hutton said they be on person we have who taxes. And ye we ani abo 0-0. Into other pay.
Any name portals no so.
I make a crack Tony. By me sure say ye ba hon so would know how to deal with that issue.
Okay.
As to why proud to a major tournament to say AFCON. Na Ghana ebobo. Black Stars ebobo na yen show TV so for the ordinary Ghanaian to see say say ni say can heading.
That's more reasons.
It's the lamest excuse I've ever heard. Say Tony, na excuse way as anything. Say me mpese obi be hu me tatis. Na me mbisa ye ko kata. Your friendly games are boy and Amber TV so.
Any prices about
Omo boy and your Koji World Cup in the friendly games you TV so man go for shit. So I don't understand. But Tony, was there something war ha? Council no one can hear. Heading into the pay Mechia chairman, the CEO, and the president of Epiphany Warriors. Yeah, Mr. Prosper Intoso. And the BBOBR. He's also the CEO of Intoso Farms. Intoso Farms.
He's a nice man.
No, he's a very calm man. He's a very calm man. You know, it's really been a huge honor knowing him because he's a very reserved man and you learn a lot from him. Very, very industrious as well.
No, he's the future of Ghana football.
You see, we share my football and the way Papa we adje. In my football, you see, it's in the stress. Or say, young Mr. Prospantus will be a channel. So, say of Epiphany Warriors. Epiphany Warriors are qualify for the first time in their history. Call the round of 60 of the Women's FA Cup. Yeah, in TMZ, yeah, trend draw na shape. Parents, no.
Last, how many blessed they were solid.
It was solid, and I think that anyone or everyone who made it to the Tuba AstroTurf enjoyed that game because after the game, no be a count on once I'm say, and I think so on the day too. Basigi was also in attendance. Nadakwa was also in attendance, so that should tell you the magnitude of the game. And both are Division 1 sides, but to have Basigi in attendance and Nana Adakwa also in attendance, she'll tell you, say, there's something good, you know, about the two teams that play.
They are still scouting for the national
team.
Yeah,
they are scouting for the national team. And Tony.
Yeah.
I'm saying only transfer news ni be because of
I don't. Ebi see.
But
Tony, work in progress.
Yes, it be a work in progress. But one of the transfer news ya confirming 50 be 2 days nyameni di has to do with Timo Werner. Timo Werner.
Yeah.
From RB Leipzig. Initially, near Siankani loan deal no Hoffenheim.
Yeah.
But later on, them say Tottenham for hijack deal no. As they say, they've signed him on a 6-month deal, and also an option to sign him permanently in the summer for 17 million pounds. Tony, the guy feels he has an unfinished business in England and in London, to be precise. Timo Werner feels say the stint and the first stint ever England with Chelsea, you know. Tony, English football didn't really enjoy or see the best of Timo Werner. The English game, no, and said that the best of what? Timo Werner. Because Oshe guy in numbers are not or the feel Leipzig. Or the making some big money move no to Chelsea. At the end of the day, Tony, who the best out of Timo Werner? I think that the guy is coming back to England to prove everyone wrong.
He has more energy to prove.
No, he has a lot in him. Tony, this guy was scoring 20 plus league goals in the Bundesliga for Leipzig until he came to Chelsea. And you see, Chelsea also have a very weird history when it comes to attackers. Because in the last 10 years, Tony, you can count the number of strikers of Chelsea. Tony, you can count the number of attackers passing through Chelsea. Tony, as a semi diabo. Player no go Chelsea to be Chelsea just say also a striker part here. Tony, go and find goals no. Ebe bono. So you look at Timo Werner, a player of the quality, moving from German Bundesliga, Leipzig, to Chelsea, Obedru Chelsea say na as a ball ne kronimbo. And you see, Tony, it takes a good coach. It takes a coach with vision and foresight to notice such players. Player be a wakobubu baby a answer danfa. Then everyone feels that player and widen we no. And I believe that is what Ange Postecoglou is seeing in Timo Werner.
Yeah.
He is looking at Timo Werner and he's seeing what? A potential. He is looking at Timo Werner and he's seeing a player he saw what? A couple of years ago at what? Leipzig. That's what Ange Postecoglou is what? Is seeing in this guy. So I'm looking at this Tottenham Hotspur's team and I'm looking at what? Timo Werner. Tony, this guy is going to blossom in that team. Because there's a team where you have Richarlison, you have Dejan Kulusevski, you have Giovanni Lo Celso, you have Heung-min Son, you have James Maddison. So imagine adding someone like what? Timo Werner. I think Chelsea didn't really bring out the best out of this guy. Intimately is a guy need a move. A London club. A Tottenham Hotspur. Tony, I was happy for the guy. Because the guy has another opportunity to what? To prove his doubters what? Wrong. The guy is being given what? Another opportunity to what? To light up what? The Premier League. The guy had so much quality.